What's up, guys? It's Smasher. Today I'm bringing you another Battlefield 3 commentary. I'm going to jump in this LAV real quick and give my teammates enough time to spawn in on me and take it, since I just so happen to be lucky enough to spawn next to it. That's much better than letting the rest of the guys on your team who are blues take it with such a powerful offensive weapon. So anyways, this is Seine crossing. This is rush. We're attacking. I'm running the Dao-12 with buckshot. Pre-patch I did not like the Dao-12. I want to say mainly because I like the 870 and the range on the Dao-12 is so much shorter. But with the patch and the suppression now, when you hose at people, you can really knock them down. So it doesn't matter that you got to put 4 or 5 rounds into them in quick succession, because you can suppress them while you're shooting at them. So it ends up being a decent weapon. But I'm going to go on a bit of a decent run here. I think I end up pretty good KD and definitely took a lot of their team out and took some objectives out. So Seine crossing can be pretty difficult to attack and defend, for that matter. I think it's more difficult to defend, and I'll tell you, or I'm not defend, to attack, and I'll tell you why. And I'm going to apologize ahead of time. This part of the video is really dark, where I'm hanging out in these staircases, but there's really nothing I can do about that, because it'll blow the rest of the video out when I'm outside if I make adjustments there, and I was too lazy to make separate adjustments. So just deal with it. Anyways, we love to get in behind them over here. This is the best place to do it, because they're only expecting people to come in from the front. So I always say attack, attack, attack from the back in this particular map. I mean, flanking is always a good idea. Healing your buddies without looking around, bad idea. That right there was a bad idea. And then to top it off, I threw down health instead of getting out my pads. Like, well, whatever. Anyways, I post my embarrassing stuff too, guys. Anyway, so my buddies and I were gonna go in the back here, and this is smart what he's doing. My friend there laid down, and he's gonna lay down suppressing fire. And so if anybody comes in there with the new suppression, you need to use it to your advantage. I'm in here with a shotgun. I'm clearing out individual rooms and areas where they hide, which is smart, while he's back there suppressing him. If he sees anybody, he's either going to kill them outright with his LMG, or they're not going to be able to see anything, which is ideally what we're looking for. So just keep that in mind. With the new way after the patch to use that class, the sport class, is to really, with the LMGs, is just lay down fire, and the M60 is probably the best thing for it, from what I'm told. I still haven't unlocked it, believe it or not. That's how little I play that class. But it really suppresses people, and now that we have suppression and we have to live with it, it's not going away. We definitely need to learn how to use it to your advantage. And when you have somebody who sits down and lays down a bipod and just hammers down a hallway, you need to use that to your advantage, and you need to grab a shotgun, shorter range weapon, and just go for it, because they can't see much, and if you run in there quick, you can do some work. So I'm starting to come around and like the suppression a bit. I run the anti-suppression on my perk on every class, because the suppression still does bother me. But that anti-suppression or training, or whatever it's called in this game, really does help out quite a bit in that does help out quite a bit in how you can move about without getting distracted. Now, one more point as I run into every single wall on this is suppression. If you can get away with it, because pretty much everything suppresses you, but if you can get the faster you can get away from it, the better, and the more you can use it to your advantage, the better off you're going to be. Like I said, the Dao-12 was kind of, I didn't care for it at all pre-patch, but after you add the suppression on it, it gives you a chance to kind of circle strafe and move around and dodge and weave all while you're firing at them from the hip, and you can get off those 4 or 5 shots before they land the one headshot on you. and it makes it pretty much worthwhile. So, but you know, that's my opinion. I would check it out if you guys haven't used it post patch. I used to run flèche rounds on every single shotgun. I stopped using the flèche rounds because they I don't know if they nerfed them or what ended up happening with them, but they don't work like they used to. When I used to put on an 870 and with flechette rounds, I could just nail people, and that was that. One shot most of the time. If you get up at a decent range, run around, boom, 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 they're toast. That's no longer the case, and the way suppression is now, the single shot shotguns are at a distinct disadvantage to the semi-auto shotguns. And so I would really suggest giving them a whirl if you're an 870 fan. Believe me, I am #1 870 fanboy prior to the patch. Now that the patch is over, it just seems to me that the 870 is not nearly as effective as it should be. So what I did there, and you guys should take note of that, is I closed the gap on my range. And I know this is something that I haven't talked about before, but when you're playing with a short range weapon, you need to use the environment and everything around you to your advantage. You need to put yourself in a position to win, which means you need to put yourself in a position where they can only contact you at short range. So that guy laid down a tow missile, and it hit, and I immediately went to the side through the smoke where he couldn't see me, and then closed the gap as good as I can before I came up on the top of that staircase, assuming he was still going to be there. So when you play with shotguns, if you want to be successful, you want to work with them well, you really need to make sure that you're encountering people at close range. If you're at medium range, you're just going to die, and that's that. It's just the way the game is. So it took me far too long to realize there was a dead guy underneath me there. So, but luckily he was still there when I went to go pick him up. But hey, so like I said, make sure you do it at close range. There was some funny stuff going on in this room, and you'll probably see where the video speeds up real fast and kind of slows down. That was actually going on this server, and this is on the GoTGR.com server too, which is weird. So if you guys ever want to join us and play Rush with us or against us or so on and so forth in a dart-free environment, we definitely have that available. Just search for the server on Xbox GoTGR. And you will find us 24/7 Rush, and it's a lot of fun. Now, check this out. I'm going to get knifed here by a noob. Hello, where did that guy go? Stab! Oh, man, embarrassing. Whatever. I completely lost him. Like, he was in front of me, and I went to shoot at him, and all of a sudden he's behind me knifing me. I don't know how that happened. Guy's like, he ninja'd around me somehow. But my team was wrecking here, and we just went in there and took them out pretty instantly. So, anyways, guys, I'm going to leave the stats up so you can check them out and see what was going on in the round. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.